Welcome again to the Holy Spirit verse by verse. Our verse today is Acts 10:19. The Church of Christ began with the Spirit-empowered events on the day of Pentecost recorded for us in Acts 2. The audience that was present in Jerusalem on that historic day was a collection of devout Jews who lived in Israel or had traveled to Jerusalem for the days of Passover and Pentecost. The Lord's church then started as a Jewish body of people. But the eternal plan of God was that the church that Jesus built would include people from every nation. However, given its Jewish heritage, the transition from Jews only to the inclusion of the Gentiles faced significant challenges. So, in Acts' record of the church's early history, Luke devotes most of 2 chapters to recount the events of the first Gentile converts to Christianity. That process involved the Apostle Peter, about a half dozen Jewish companions of his, and of course the first Gentile converts in a Roman centurion named Cornelius, and of course the rest of his household. Those events are found in Acts chapters 10 and 11. The Holy Spirit's work in making sure the Jews, even the Apostle Peter, were ready to accept the Gentiles into their number is of great importance. We're going to spend a handful of episodes looking at the Spirit's work here in Acts 10 and 11 with Peter and Cornelius. So let's start with the Holy Spirit in Peter. In Acts 10:19, the Holy Spirit's involvement in these events is that he says to Peter, "Behold, 3 men are looking for you." Those men had come from Cornelius' house to find Peter. We'll look at their being sent from Cornelius in the next episodes. They found Peter just as he had seen a vision repeated 3 times. That vision was the method God used to inform Peter that what God called clean was truly clean. It was speaking, of course, of the Gentiles. The vision was intended to prepare Peter for his encounter of preaching to the Gentiles. Now, the vision is not specifically connected to the Spirit's work. Acts 10:10 simply says that Peter fell into a trance. However, remember, it was Peter who based the Spirit's work back in Acts 2 on the promise found in Joel 2. Joel 2 states directly that those upon whom the Spirit was poured out, Peter was one of them, would have the ability to see visions. The text does not prove the vision came from the Holy Spirit. However, the Spirit spoken direction from to Peter to go to the 3 visitors would give a strong indication of the Spirit's involvement in the vision. Regardless, as we begin the inclusion of Gentiles into the church, the Spirit's work is easy to see. His prophetically given words lead Peter, the apostle, to go with the visitors. Once again, as we start this great section of the text, this text shows the Holy Spirit's work is always prophetic.